right. When I heard you earlier on another panel, you said something that he was like, he never made $11 million. And I was like, he never probably made $11 million with all his fights combined. He dipped out of the fight. I told y'all when you was on that panel, I said he ducked the fight. It was just coming out. He said, I'm not signing that. Then he wants to catch weight. He wants to fight Devin at 145, but he chasing Boots at 47. The guy is a complete duck. Marky Dan might have said it. I can't remember who had said it. Marky Dan might have said it that he's like the duck of the year, bro. It's no like he ducked all the way out of the fight. Talk all that stuff, N words, this hard ERs, and then when it's time to fight, you run from Devin. Out of all people, he's not gonna show you he ain't confident. You know what I mean, Dub? He ain't confident.
Well, first things first, man. Shout out to my brother Sombrero in the building. Shout out to Free, the master debate in the building. Shout out to my brother Prize in the building. Listen,
Yeah.
this man, and this is incredible because uh, we done heard that Devin is pillow fisted, he chinny, right? We done heard Tio get up here and complain about the amount of money that he done made, and now you get to make clearly, easily the biggest payday that you ever made against what a lot of people, what y'all are calling, not saying y'all specifically, but what people are saying is a pillow fisted chinny dude, and you pull out the fight, and
Crazy
then
work.
what make it even worse is you've been doing all this yapping, you know what I'm saying? So now you telling me you a racist, but you ain't willing to get paid 11 million to go beat on a black dude since you already racist. You ain't willing to do that. Well, clearly you don't believe in yourself, and
Hmm.
we see what type of fighter you really are.
A duck.
Yeah.
Duck
Tiafijo Lopez.
Tiafijo.
Yeah, Telefumu. That's how Turkey said Telefumu. I mean, there's only a few times that you can actually point to and say a guy truly ducked because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes and you have suspicion that this guy might have ducked. But there's only a few times in the sport of boxing that we actually know that a person ducked the situation.
He
We
ducked
saw
in
that
front of the whole world.
we saw that with Loma. We seen that with Canelo with the whole David Benavidez. Now you see it once again with Tio. You had a offer on the table of $11 million, something that you cried about not making more than $1 million in your fight, and you getting $11 million to fight Devin Haney, somebody that you claim you can beat easy, and you was just willing to go to 147 and fight Jerron Bucenis, but now all of a sudden you don't want to fight at 145. It got to be at 140 and all this. Man, the
Crazy
man,
stuff.
the man clearly ducked this man, and he don't want no smoke with Devin, Tank, Jerron, or Bud. He don't want no smoke with none of it. He just
Nope.
using that name to get eyes on his fights. But I don't care to see this man fight anybody. And I said it earlier. They said, "Oh, what's next for Tio? What fight can he get if he don't get the Devin?" I don't want to see this man fight nobody. I don't
Right.
want to see him fight nobody. The
Yeah,
man
Adam.
ducked.
He ducked again. Yeah, and we're none of us are surprised. Shout out to the chat.
I'll say this though. I'll say this. I think. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Mic check.
Are you
I
good?
think.
You
I
good?
think with. Go ahead.
Mm. Keep
Go
going.
ahead.
No,
Keep
we said you
going.
good. We said you
Keep
good.
I think. I think the thing. Okay. I think the thing with Tio.
See, we give you credit, and then you
I
might
think
get
he's
out of it again.
I think he's delayed. I,
Hold
We
on, hold
heard
on,
Barnell Hill say this.
hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
Pride, we gotta get them right because I
yeah.
don't know what you got to delay.
Yeah.
BBO, you got to delay, and then when your mic is good, we tell you it's good. You start talking and you go out.
Yeah.
So you gonna have to get in order, brother. You got to get in order.
Go outside.
He
On your
said go outside.
Nah, cause that's where it don't be messing up when he cook outside.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said, Buffalo BO.
You gotta start back over, BBO. You gotta
That's
we
start
ain't
back
crazy.
over. We didn't hear the
we didn't
first
hear
part
nothing
over.
you said.
TXG is crazy.
Let's get Hot Rod in here real quick. Hot Rod, what's your thoughts on T.O.? You on me? Oh, there we go.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you good to go.
What's good? What's the topic?
T.O. pulls out the fight with Devin Haney. Is he ducking? Was it a smart decision? What's your thoughts on the whole situation?
Hey, can y'all hear me now? My bad. My bad. I had to get out of a bad area. Y'all
It
hear me
all
now?
depends on who
Yeah,
he fight.
Oh, go ahead, Hot Rod.
Now, I was just saying it all depends on who's the opponent next. If it's not a worthy opponent, then it's a duck to me. If it's a better opponent, then it's no duck to me.
Well, I mean, ain't nobody available. I mean, people saying that he might go fight Richardson Hitchens, but if you're
yeah.
gonna fight Richardson
I
Hitchens, you
don't,
might as
OG,
well.
you know I
You
don't
might as
care
well.
about what other people say. I care about what actually happens. So I'm
No,
just
but
gonna let it play out.
what I'm saying is nobody available for him to fight. So I mean, I don't think he's going to fight anybody better than Devin Haney or on the same playing field of a level of Devin Haney. So because everybody is occupied, you got Shakur, he's about to fight. You got Keyshawn, he's about to fight. Tank about to fight. Boots already said he's not fighting him. He's trying to unify the division. So Brian Norman is already about to fight. So there's nobody left for him to fight.
Facts. It,
Well,
I,
I'm gonna
like, I
say.
don't
that's
know
I'm
what he
gonna,
wants
that's
to
I'm gonna
do.
that's
say.
your
Let me
opinion.
say this.
So I'm gonna just let
Let
it
me
play
say this.
out.
Let me say this real quick. I think, kind of going back to what I was saying. My man Varnell Hill, Doug Rightside said this before. T.O. struggles to be first. So what we seen with this new movement from Devin, I think that's a very tough fight. So I can see why he's doing what he's doing. But the thing I've learned with these fighters is these young men are making a lot of money and they kind of gonna do what they're gonna do. And I kind of got to the place now where it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because this ain't the first time we've seen T.O. duck a fight, and I guarantee it won't be the last time. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
just I'm never shocked. I'm never shocked when you got a guy like Little Red, and not just to make this about Abdul Wahid, but Little Red is 30 years old and never even been unified. So who am I to think a guy is going to do what you're supposed to do in traditional boxing and fight the best? Who am I to say that? Fight the best? What are you talking about,
nah.
BBO?
I don't want to hear that BBO. I don't want to hear that BBO. I mean, we were sitting here saying you kept saying To that To he always want to fight the best guy. He's like a young a pretty boy Mayweather. He only want to fight the best guy. Now all of a sudden, oh, who am I to say he should only fight the best? Nah, man, we're not going back on what we said.
I don't
Hey, hey,
remember. I don't remember BVO saying that.
2025,
hold on,
2025, y'all standing on what y'all say. I ain't trying to hear none of that going back on what you said.
hold on,
You
BBO.
stand on what you said.
BBO, weren't you the one who said that Teofimo Lopez, or excuse me, Teofimo, was the one who pulled the out of Jerron Ennis and showed that Boots didn't want to fight nobody? Ain't that those were your words
I
saying
didn't hear
that
that
Boots?
stream.
Well, I was here for it. Those were your words
Hold on, hold
saying
on, hold
that.
on, hold on.
Let me finish. Those were your words saying that Boots was ducking and really he ain't that guy. He don't want to fight nobody. And now we have the same situation. And you saying, well, who am I? You can't have it both ways, brother.
This, this,
Hey,
is, this is the same. This is the same man saying he made $1 billion for Top Rank, and they ain't even giving him $1 million. Well, they giving you 11. They giving you 11. You had never scratched even close to $11 million for a single fight. You probably haven't even scratched $11 million in your total career. I mean, so you sitting here telling me some. You're not taking a fight. The problem is he don't think he can beat Devin Haney at 145. He wants to drain Devin Haney back down to 140 because he knows Devin Haney can't make 140 anymore, and he have a easier time being able to fight Devin Haney at 140. That's what the problem is. So that's why he said no, not at 145. It got to be at 140, and it got to be in America. No, if you didn't want to fight in Saudi Arabia, why would you go do business with a guy that's based out of Saudi Arabia? Doesn't
Well, I
make
want to
sense.
keep the attention directed toward Tiafimo and not so much of BVO's what he said. I want to know. I mean, and I heard what somebody on the panel. I don't know who said it, but he's like, you got to wait to see it. It's not a duck. It's clearly a duck. It's clear. He ducked in front of the world. It's no way around it. It's viral. Everybody's saying it. Everybody sees it. Nobody's stupid. I don't need to see him wait to see who he fights because, like D Free just said, there is nobody available. You had Boots didn't want to do it but then you was complaining you wanted to go. You wanted to be at 40. You don't want to fight at 47, but you go fight Jerron Ennis. Come on, bro. Free just said it right, bro. He's a clean clout chaser, bro. And
Context
I hope he
matters.
never.
You
And I
fight
hope he.
Boots is for a belt. What the fuck?
Yeah, you
No,
can't cuss out, bro.
yeah, try
Oh, my
not to.
fault. My fault. But context matter. Fighting Boots, you fighting for a belt. So of course I'm going to go fight at 147. I'm fighting for a belt. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
But you're gonna
Yeah,
fight for $11 million.
you fight for the lineal child, the lineal crown.
Exactly, BBO to become 3-time. That's not what
But
Devin
the,
Haney has.
but the thing is, you're fighting somebody that you claim that you can beat. You already agreed to the fight. But when you heard it was at 145, which you wanted to be at 145 because Devin wanted it at 146, so y'all agreed for a catch weight of 145. That's why they said it was going to be at 145. Y'all agreed to it. You agreed to it. You knew that it was going to be in Saudi Arabia, and then all of a sudden you have cold feet. Now all of a sudden you don't want to fight. Devin Haney has, once the contract was all set up and they agreed upon everything, Devin Haney signed his portion. T.O. said, "Nah, man, I'm not doing that. I thought about it. I'm not
I
doing
side of that.
it." Yeah, he thought
He's
about
a
it. He said, "Nah,
sucker,
I'm not
right?
doing it."
He's a real live sucker and a coward, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, man. One thing about
When it was on Tank Davis and Devin Haney said they had $20 million to fight Tank Davis, everybody said Tank Davis duck. We clearly know that it was an agreement between T.O. and Devin Haney. Now all of a sudden we can't say it's a duck. We gotta wait to see. Nah, man, I'm not doing that. I'm calling it how I see it. It's a duck.
Hey, hold on. What is you and Dub doing? We're trying to keep it real, police. What is y'all doing?
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? No, we
Dang, bro.
Facts.
Y'all like Farouk and Bradshaw, man. Y'all was y'all AP.
We
Y'all
are the
grabbing
nation
niggas up talking about that's not what you said last week. No, I'm used to that for free. But dang, Dub, you coming up on that free vibe talking about, no, that's not what you said, nigga. No, that's not what you said.
It ain't. Me and you literally had a disagreement about what you said about Boots when you were saying he was ducking T.O. When you said that, I was like, no, you're wrong about it. And we had our discussion, whatever happened. Now you come
How
with
is
a
he
whole
not
other.
ducking?
Say it again.
How is he not ducking when that would have been his best win on his resume?
How Boots not ducking?
Yes. Explain that. How is that when that would have been his best win on his
resume?
resume?
Because Boots done gave you what he wants to do. Same way EJ did.
Yeah.
Talking don't talk.
Man,
It's a difference from
Let him
talking.
finish, Rob.
Let him finish, bro. They be lying, man. It's a difference from talking.
No,
and
you gotta let him
It ain't
finish.
no
You
lying,
gonna make me
bro.
do
Like,
it,
what?
bro. You gotta let him fit. You gotta let him
You
finish,
bugging.
bro.
Go ahead,
let him
Dub.
finish.
Go ahead,
We on the
lie.
same
Lie for the
team.
man. Go ahead.
How am I lying when the man said he want to be undisputed?
So you gonna
T.O.
listen to what a man
My
say, or you
God.
gonna listen to what his action is?
Man, you gonna let the man
say or
talk
his
or you
actions
gonna
say?
keep interrupting the man? That's crazy.
Like
Come on,
what?
bro. Go ahead, Doug.
The man Boots clearly said what his goals were at the 47-pound division. He want to become undisputed. He's looking to fight the champions. So he has to get his mandatory out the way in Gearsall, and then he has the opportunity to fight a Brian Norman and the winner of Pacquiao versus
Barrios.
But that's what he said his plan was. He wanted to become undisputed. He wanted to be fighting the champions in the division, and if he got to face his mandatory, it is what it is. That's going to be ordered. That's totally different than what T.O. is doing. It's totally different. T.O. said he wanted to fight. According to T.O., he wanted to fight Boots at 47, right, for the lineal check to become 3-time lineal. But then when it comes to Devin, now it got to be a catchweight. I ain't gonna fight you. But wait a minute, that's bullshit. That's BS from the beginning. Then when there's an agreement out there, there was never agreement made between Boots and T.O. Never agreement. We never heard that. We got people announcing when this fight is gonna happen, and then he come out and don't sign his part of the contract. What are we talking about? It's two totally different situations. And in this situation, in both times, Teofimo Lopez is the common denominator, and he the one that ain't making the fights happen. He the one.
Somebody get the chef out the kitchen. It's getting hot.
See, like the thing is, I could see if Jerron said, nah, I don't want to fight T.O. I'm trying to unify the belts. And then he go fight Richardson Hitchens. Then you can say, yeah, he ducked T.O.
Mm-hmm.
But T.O. ain't did nothing at 147. That man ain't do nothing. Y'all talking about, oh, he's the best name on his resume. Based off of what? Because he beat Josh Taylor and Loma?
Mm.
Because he beat them two? That T.O. ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. The man has been average. The man
So
felt
tell
like
your
he
midget fighter to come fight him then.
no,
Tell
the
your boy
man
Tank
don't
Davis
the
fight him.
man
Tell your boy
the
Tank
man
Davis, because that's your favorite fighter. Tell Tank Davis to come fight him then. If
That's
if he
crazy.
if he a bum, tell
I
Tank
don't
Davis
have
to
a
come
favorite
fight
fighter.
him. If Tank
I don't
Davis
have a
if
favorite
he's a
fighter.
bum, if
I
he's a
don't mean to
bum,
get out the
tell Tank
order,
Davis
but
to come fight him, homie.
I
Since
don't
I don't
have
since
mean
a
to
he's a
get I
favorite.
bum,
don't mean to get
since
out the
he's a
order,
bum,
Rodney, but
tell
Tank
Tank
is at
Davis to come fight
I
him,
145.
bro.
don't have a favorite. I don't have a
Nah, you
favorite.
you
Tank is
love
at
Tank Davis,
145.
so tell Tank Davis come
I
fight
don't
him
have a
then.
favorite.
Tell
I
Tank
don't
Davis
have
to
a
come
favorite.
fight him then. The fuck?
I don't
Niggas
have
over here
a
want to say,
favorite.
"Oh, he
Hey,
ain't
watch your
fought
cussing.
nobody." Who is Tank fought?
I've been told y'all plenty of
We're
times. I
not
don't have a favorite.
the
Niggas want
subject
to,
is not
oh
about Tank.
boy,
We're talking
oh
about
boy.
Teofimo Lopez. We're not talking about
Man over
Javante
here want
Davis,
to
bro.
lie. Oh, he ain't
The
fought nobody.
man,
He ain't done this. He ain't
We're
done
not
that.
talking
Man, you can keep
about
lying all you want, homie. You can
the
keep
man
lying
didn't
all you want, homie.
the man didn't
well.
duck him. The man didn't duck him.
Man, you can keep lying all you want, bro. It don't even matter, homie. Your
T.O.
boy don't
even
even
mentioned
want
his
your
name.
boy don't want to fight T.O. He don't want to
No,
fight Shakur. He don't want to
no.
fight Keyshawn. He don't want to fight
I'm not
nobody.
talking
He
about
just
Tank
want to
Davis.
fight
You are.
Mexicans. He
You
just want to
talking about
fight
Tank Davis. I'm
Mexicans.
not talking about Tank Davis. I'm talking about
Fuck.
Yeah, we're
Javon
not
Davis.
talking about Tank. We're talking about Tio. Let's stick to the topic because this is getting real
Hold on,
sloppy right
let
now.
me
But go
finish
one
saying
at a
what I'm
time.
saying.
Yeah, go ahead, Free.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. The man has
Yeah.
said before T.O. was even thinking about saying Jerron Booth's name, he said he's unifying the division. He said that, and he only fought guys to unify the division. The only reason why he fought Kern because Kern was his mandatory. He's only fought Kern, and he's fought Stanley Onis. He hasn't fought anybody else since he became the champion. He said he wants to unify the division. The man is standing on what he said he was going to do. I have no problem with that. I don't see that as a duck. I don't see anything like that. The man didn't get an offer for T.O. T.O. didn't send him an offer. They didn't agree to a contract. So the man didn't duck T.O. You can't duck somebody that's not in your weight class. T.O. don't even want to fight at 147. So you can't duck somebody that's not at your weight class.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. T.O. he backed out of the fight. He didn't want to sign it. He got cold feet. He got shook. And I don't even know why we discussing it. You know what I'm saying? T.O. is a clear duck. He ducked in front of the world, and there's nothing else to talk about. We can keep grinding him up. I'm cool with that because he's a scumbag. But at the end of the day, there's nobody. He don't want to fight nobody, bro. He just want to clout chase and and talk about race and be racist and stuff and not want to back up and stand what he talking, bro. So he's a goofy, he's a clown. I'm with Free. I hope if he doesn't fight Devin, I hope he never fights again. And I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
Yeah. And they cats
yeah,
crashing out over Tio is crazy.
I don't care to see the
yeah,
man.
yeah. I pretty much, yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead,
pretty
Marky.
much in the same place. Yeah, I pretty much in the same place as you, Price.
CDK salute.
I mean, let's really, yeah, let's really be honest. Like Teofimo Lopez's career has pretty much been a disappointment at this point. After that Lomachenko fight, he had so much momentum, and he wasted it. After that year-long saga with Cambosis, he goes in there and gets whooped in his hometown, loses the belts, has to go back to Bob limping. Then I will give him credit because I didn't think he was gonna beat Josh Taylor. But let's be honest, his 140 run has been kind of dark. Like it's been kind of. I try not to curse. It's been trash. Let's just call it trash. Like he lost to Sandor Martin. If we're really being honest, a lot of people thought he lost to Jermaine Ortiz, and
Facts.
then that last fight
Mm-hmm.
against what's his name, Arnold Barboza. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that was trash. That was boring.
But he did his thing
So
though.
let I mean, if you think so, I mean, good for him, I guess. But no,
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that fight at all whatsoever. I mean, some people telling me Devin Haney did his thing because he won 10 rounds. That was boring. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Both of them fights was boring as hell.
Well,
Um,
look,
but
check this
but
comment out. Says
let me
my bad, Marky.
yeah, no, let me just finish off by saying Jerron Boots Ennis, he does not have to fight Teofimo Lopez. He does not have to fight this man. Okay? For the time being, he could wait for if Brian Norman is fighting next month, after that, we could see what the two of them could put together, or if Brian Norman is going to duck him again. Mario Barrios, he's fighting in August. These are all stuff that I think will come together by the end of the year if Boots and Eddie Hearn are really serious about becoming undisputed. But the only other dude outside of a titleist I could see Boots deciding to stray off course for is Conor Benn, because that's a real money fight over in the UK. Tio does not provide you. I don't think that's a huge legacy fight for Boots. That's a huge legacy fight for Tio, because he would be trying to achieve 3-time lineal championships. But that means nothing for Boots or his career. He's just smacking down a little dude. That's all he's doing.
Hey, real
Yeah.
quick.
Go ahead.
Let me read this comment real quick. Hold on, Doug. Let me read this
Let
comment real quick. It said this probably for D Free right here. Somebody in the chat said, "Was it Leon? Leon said if Boots didn't duck because you can't duck people in your weight class, then how Tio duck? He never fought at 47."
Because the simple fact is they agreed on a contract. He agreed on the contract. And Devin didn't fight at 47 either. Devin fought at 44. He didn't fight at 47. They agreed on 145. They
I
agreed
mean,
on
pretty much
11.
that is 147, pretty much, Free.
All right. Well,
That's
hold
the
on. Go
weight
ahead,
class.
Free.
Hold up, let me finish. They agreed on 145. They agreed that Tio was getting paid $11 million. Tio is the one that pulled out. So that's how you call it a duck. When you agree, you sit down and you negotiate a contract, y'all come to an agreement, and it's time for you to sign and you pull out. That's how you call it a duck. He never sat down with Jerome Boots in it. They never negotiated a fight with Jerome Boots in it. So that's why it's not a duck for Jerome Boots in it.
Go ahead, Doug.
Let me
What were
step
you
on the
about to
Haney
say?
fight quick. He been ducking Devin Haney for years. So I'm not surprised. This ain't nothing new.
Yeah. What was you about to say, Doug? Before I read
Shit,
that comment.
I don't remember.
You're a
Let me try to
wild
put
boy.
it up.
Watch the curse then.
Shout
Let
out
me try to
Mike.
put it up.
Shout out the homie Mike. And shout out for that comment. I hope D Free answered your comment. BC, salute. But go ahead, BVL.
Another thing I was gonna bring up too was, what do you guys think about this whole versus De Los Santos fight where we see I think De Los Santos coming off a separated shoulder, ankle injury? Is this a tougher fight as it look, or is it just
Go ahead.
Um,
Go ahead, Free. Just lead off with the question. We know what he's pretty much talking about.
yeah. It can be. It all depends on how healthy De Los Santos is and how prepared De Los Santos. If De Los Santos is prepared and he doesn't have a lot of ring rust, it can be very difficult for Keyshawn Davis, because I mean, let's be honest, this is probably the best fighter that he's fought since he's been in the pros. So
D Free, real
um,
quick. Edwin hasn't fought since November 16th, 2023, just to let you know.
I know you ain't got to tell me. I already know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying for everybody who might not know.
So this is probably the best fighter that he has faced. So if De Los Santos is at any way his old self, it can be a very interesting fight. I think Keyshawn is gonna be able to edge it out, but I want to see what Keyshawn looks like when he get hit by De Los Santos, because at some point Keyshawn he gets in and he goes for the kill and he leaves himself open and he always get caught with a big shot. Now, luckily, the guys that he has faced wasn't strong enough to put him down, but we know that De Los Santos is a big puncher. De Los Santos has, I think, like an 83% knockout ratio, where Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn got like a 60-something% knockout ratio. So, I mean, he's going in there with a big puncher. I think Keyshawn is the better fighter because he's more active, and De Los Santos coming off a layoff and he wasn't able to train properly. But make no mistake about it, if De Los Santos is up for the game, it can be very interesting at some point in that fight.
Salute to the homie Boxing Scholar, and shout out for that good interview yesterday with B Norman. But yeah, you're right,
I'll
D
ask you this
Free.
real quick, Dub. Let me ask you this, Dub. When you see De Los Santos if Keyshawn goes in there and beats the plantains out of him, what would I say about the lightweight division?
Well, I think that he will go in there and beat the plantains out the brother. Respectfully, of course. I don't know if he eat plantains, but he gonna get the brake shoes beat off of him.
Probably do.
And I think that De Los Santos, he absolutely punching at the same time. And I give him credit. I think he has he got some skills. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the greatest boxer. I think he rely on his power too much. I think Keyshawn pick him apart though, and I think Keyshawn pick him apart in a way that people not gonna expect. I think he can pick him apart in the pocket. Edward De Los Santos like to fight in the pocket, and I think Keyshawn gonna be better there. I think that Keyshawn can also fight on the back foot. I'm just saying. I think that I ain't gonna say it's an easy fight, but I think that Keyshawn beats Edward De Los Santos. I don't think you stop him, but it's gonna be 8 rounds to 4, 9 to 3.
I say Keyshawn smokes him because of De Los Santos' inactivity.
Yeah.
2 years and you ain't fought, and you going to fight Keyshawn? Go ahead, Marky.
No, I agree with you 1,000% Price, and I agree with Dub. I got Keyshawn smoking him. The only part I disagree with Dub on is I got Keyshawn stopping him inside 8 rungs. I think a lot of people give De Los Santos a lot of credit, which he deserves for beating El Rayo, who went on to become a champ at 140. But then I feel like people give him even more credit for that Shakur, that weird Shakur fight. But I think that had more to do with Shakur's injury. Like I think De Los Santos, he's a good fighter.
Hold on. You saying Shakur Sanchez was injured?
I mean, based on what I saw in that fight and based on what I heard after the fight, yeah, I do think he was injured.
I don't think.
I don't know that for a fact. That's why I think. Based on the information I know and seen.
I got you. I
can finish?
Roll with that. Go ahead.
Well, if you can't, real quick, Marky, if you can't super chat, hold on, Marky. If you can't super chat, then there's a Cash App. One of the brothers put the Cash App in the chat.
Hey, the Cash App is in the chat.
Support SDN, support the channel.
But go ahead, Marky. My bad, bro.
BBO, you gonna have to start running my Cash App throughout the bottom of the chat, man. You got to start running my Cash App. Go ahead, Marky. BBO be hating.
Yes, sir. Salute to SDN. Hit the Cash App.
That's crazy.
But I just wanted to finish off by saying De Los Santos. I think he's a decent fighter. He does have a big punch, but Keyshawn Davis, I just simply think he outclasses him at every level of boxing in terms of skill. I don't think, and like Dub said, there's no range I can see De Los Santos having more success than Keyshawn at. Whether it be in the pocket, whether it be at mid-range, whether it be at long range, I think Keyshawn's jab will eat him up. I think Keyshawn will eat him up to the body with hooks and uppercuts. And I wouldn't be surprised if he get him up out of there with one shot that he just set up De Los Santos with in the pocket, because De Los Santos get too over aggressive. So I got Keyshawn picking him apart.
I need y'all to pay attention. I need y'all to pay attention to something that I don't think many of y'all have mentioned or paid attention to. This is the first guy that Keyshawn has faced that's a mirror image of himself. De Los Santos is an inch shorter than Keyshawn. They have the same arm reach, and they fight the same style of fighting. I think this is the first time that Keyshawn. They
fight the same style.
They don't fight the same style, but I see what you're saying.
I'm not gonna fight.
Well, y'all didn't. Well, hold on. Y'all didn't let him finish. Let him finish his point.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Let him finish his point.
There's only 4 styles of fighting. There's a boxer, puncher, a brawler, and an inside fighter. They're both boxer punchers. They fight the same style.
You in the
Okay. Now, if you say one is more athletic than another, then that's different. But they fight the same style.
Hold on, for you out of order. Hey, let me tell you why
y'all out of order.
Y'all a bunch of racists.
I'm just gonna go quiet for the rest of the show.
Can you hear me out? Mr. Chairman, you got background. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No, I was just gonna tell you, Free. You said there's 4 styles. Well, we interview.
Don't start that 4th.
You out of control.
I'm not trying to curse on BBO show. Don't bring him up because I'm not trying to curse.
That's
all I was
crazy.
That's all I was gonna say, Free. Go ahead. My apology. I just wanted to tell you that
Don't bring
Mr.
him up.
Schofield,
But
Mr. Schofield,
this is the first time.
that his son trained in the 9 style. So that's all I was trying
That's
to tell you.
crazy.
Wow,
This
that's
is the first time that Keyshawn is facing anybody that's a mirror image of himself. Like I said, there's an inch difference in height. Keyshawn is 5'9", Dallas Santos is 5'8". They have the same arm reach. They both big punchers. They both
Somebody mute their mic.
southpaw. They both southpaw. And Keyshawn never faced anybody that's a mirror image of himself. So I mean, it could play a part in this fight. I think Keyshawn will win, but I won't be surprised if De Los Santos pull out the upset.
Go ahead,
It's a
CDK.
good. You know what I will say though. I will say this though. I'm gonna bring my man CK in after this. I will say this, man. Shout out to Keyshawn for getting in the mix. A lot of dudes wanted to get in the mix, but that brother won a title to get in the mix. So shout out to Keyshawn, man, and shout out to his mother, man. She's a beautiful young lady as well. But go ahead, CDK.
Now you
What's good? What's good? Go ahead, Dub. You want to say something?
Yeah, real quick, BDO out of order. Hey, shout out to that young lady right there, but we're not talking about her. I
That's
will
crazy.
say this though. I wanted to say this one piece, then you got it, CK. The
Okay.
way Keyshawn jumped into the mix, like you said, winning the belt, and then going to, because we were looking for Shakur to rematch De Los Santos. We were looking for that, and for him saying,
Right.
"Well, if you ain't gonna do it, I'll go do it." Shout out to Keyshawn, man. I ain't got no problem with it. Go ahead. I apologize for cutting you off, CK.
That's all right. That's okay. Man, shout out to the panel. What's good with y'all? To what Free said, the 4 styles or whatever you want to say is 4 styles. I agree 100%. But what separates styles most of the time is IQ. That's what separates a lot of styles. You know what I'm saying? And Keyshawn IQ is on another level. I would be shocked, and I mean shocked, if Keyshawn, if he don't get a knockout, I would be shocked. I got him stopping him within 79 rounds. I got him blowing him out the water. I think it's easy work for him. De Los Santos been out of the ring too long. And even if he had been in the ring, I would still have him losing. But because of the time off, the layoff and stuff, I don't think he's going to be sharp. I don't think he's going to be on his game. And because of the it factor is this. Keyshawn want to prove something. Shakur and him, they had their little spit spat, they brothers or whatever. He going out there with a purpose, man. And he going to be focused, and he going to go out there and take care of business. I see it being, man, a wash.
Yeah, we have the same mind, CDK.
I think you're gonna wash him and rinse him out too.
I said 8 rounds. You said 7 through 9.
I say 10.
Well, let me say this. There's a movie called Tales from the Crib, and I remember there was a young man in there who had a monster that he was worried about. I think De Los Santos was nothing more than what Lamont Roach is. He's a monster that Shakur Sanchez created, just like all of a sudden people talking about Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is nothing more than a monster that Little Red created. So I mean, I guess for me, I'm not gonna overvalue these guys. These guys is weak, man. And nothing about De Los Santos ever told you he was an elite fighter. El Rayo ain't good, man. We seen Eric Gray, Anton Russell took his belt off on him, dude. That dude's a bum. So I mean, we gotta stop overvaluing. Because I'm gonna be honest, these fights is like the appetizer Applebee's. They're all trash. But because they have Walt, we coming to get them. Because let's be real, we want to see Little Red
warehouse worker.
We want to see
That's
Little Red versus Shakur. We want to see Shakur Sanchez versus Keyshawn. We want to see the champions mix it up. And these fights is honestly, they're all horrible, man. They're horrible. You already know the outcome of all these fights pretty much. William Zepeda, we seen him almost lose arguably the TF twice. Come on, man. The second fight wasn't as close to the first one, but what?
Hey, I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree with you, DBO. I gotta disagree real quick.
I was about
There's only one bum in the sport of boxing. That's Cornflake. Ain't nobody else bum.
Yeah, Tommy Lamana is a dock boy. He's a dock boy. They brought him
Hey,
off the dock. He was
But I,
tying knots and
shout out to
stuff.
Tommy. Hey, shout out to Cornflake, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
Cornflake.
shout out to
Shout out
Cornflake.
Cornflake. At
Man,
least he
hell
come to
nah.
Rumble.
Hell nah.
Shout out,
He might
shout
do
out
a
to
little
the,
running.
hold on, shout out to the doctor because he stopped the fight when it was needed and said, all right, you ain't finna,
Nah,
I
the
can't let you
doctor,
die here.
Dub, did you see that? The doctor did not stop. The doctor told the referee he could keep going. The referee turned
Well,
around
that
and stopped the fight anyway. Bro, that had me crying.
I'll say this though. I'll say this. Can y'all hear me? I think
Yeah.
I think the crate, like I said, these fights is all. If we being real, I'm gonna talk traditional boxing. I'm gonna do like CDK. I'm gonna just keep it real. These is like horrible fights, man. These is like these are just something to do fights. These are the fights like when you call somebody that you're not really cool with and you say, hey, come on over, let's just kick it. It's one of those things. Like these fights stink, man. Like if you think about it, De Los Santos ain't fought in 2 years and he looked horrible versus Sanchez. Just imagine, Shakur didn't throw no punches.
Who is Sanchez?
He
You know who
trolling.
Shakur
We know
Sanchez
Shakur
is.
Stevenson.
Oh,
Shakur
okay.
Stevenson.
My bad.
No, he's Puerto Rican. Hold on, show the man some respect. He's Puerto Rican now, so we're gonna call
Well,
him
BBL,
Sanchez.
you know,
You gotta remember the people listening. They're gonna be looking on his resume for Sanchez and don't see it. They gonna be like,
He confusing everybody with this, man.
BBO trolling when he's
hold
calling
on.
Sanchez.
Let me say this. Well, I'll say this. Puerto Rican Shakur. When Puerto Rican Shakur, you said he didn't throw no punches. De Los Santos really didn't throw no punches.
Right.
So I mean, at the end of the day, man, Keyshawn is gonna be the guy who ain't fought in years. It's almost like when Tupac was saying, yeah, Dr. Dre's the best, but he ain't produced in years. I am so tired of these pulling. Hold on. I am so tired of these pulling niggas off the couch talking about this is a good fight. These fights is garbage. These are garbage fights.
What I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
No, what I would say is if y'all giving Shakur the benefit of the doubt that he was injured, De Los Santos said he was injured too. So if y'all
We
giving
seen
Shakur the
Shakur.
benefit of the doubt,
I'll say this. Hold on. I'll say this.
Wait a minute. We're not doing that.
that's what he said.
I'm not
Before
giving
you go,
that.
CDK.
Forget if you injured or not. If you
Go
get
one
in
at
the
a
ring,
time.
once you get in the ring, the same way, and I done said this multiple times, same way I didn't give Mr. Gary any extra credit for throwing his shoulder out. Same way when Tank hurt his hand against Pitbull, I didn't give him no extra credit. I'm not giving none of these guys extra credit for getting in the ring hurt.
I'm not giving them no extra credit.
Hold on, let me finish. And so all this, well, this person was hurt. Who cares? You got in the ring. You signed the contract. You got in the ring. And once you get in the ring, I expect you to perform. That's it. And so all the extra
I'm just making a point.
Well, the point is invalid because if I'm not giving nobody else credit for being hurt, well, I'm gonna give either one of these guys credit.
Who said giving credit? You can't ignore the reality that somebody had an injury.
No, the right side was you.
Marky, I'm gonna kick you in your chest, man. You start talking with Free talking again, bro. You just wait for this nigga Free.
Man, I've been waiting a long time, bro. Y'all so long-winded.
You got the floor next. You got the floor next, dog. Go ahead, Free.
Y'all out of order.
The point was valid because I was talking to BBO. If I was talking to the right side, then I wouldn't be saying it.
Okay,
the right side wasn't talking.
Understood. I apologize for coming at you that way.
Y'all boys is wild.
Go ahead, Marky Dan.
No, yeah, I just quickly wanted to say after what you said that you're sick of these fights. I mean, Abdullah Mason is fighting for that WBO interim title this weekend. That puts him right in line for Keyshawn, and that's a fight I don't know who's gonna win. That's really the fight I want to see next. To me, that's the fight of the year. To me,
Look,
if you ask me right now, that's the fight I want to see.
You stopped us for that? They're not even fighting. We're talking about something that's actually happening.
You know the thing.
I was then going to ask about Abdullah Mason because he's fighting this weekend. You Puerto Rican bastard.
But listen, he fighting. Listen, he fighting for one of them make believe titles from the kindergarten. It's not the actual intern belt. He's fighting for one of the belts.
Hold up, BBO.
Continental.
But who do you?
You're not going to do that, BBO, because you was up here praising Emiliano Vargas for getting that daggone paperweight title. You're not going to do that at Abdullah Mason.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
you
was
did.
praising
Yeah, you
Emiliano
did.
Vargas for that paperweight title, you got to give Abdullah Mason the same credit.
Hold on, no,
I don't remember that show. I don't remember that show.
You know the one when Emiliano Vargas won the WBC 10 can belt and BVO went ham up here. I thought he went ham about that belt.
CDK. Hey,
Yeah.
CDK and Freak, you know what's so crazy? Every time BBO started talking crazy, Prize don't remember those episodes. He don't remember none of them episodes.
I don't remember that episode.
Well, one thing, you know the good old thing about YouTube.
I told you every time when they ain't
Salute, Melon Queen.
You don't care about those belts. As soon as it's favorite, oh, you're champion. No, we're not gonna do that. I told you 2025, we standing on everything you say.
Hold on. I don't even. What did you say? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the belt that Abdullah Mason is about to get this weekend.
He talking about that belt Emiliano Vargas.
If it's not better than Emiliano Vargas,
he getting a Campbell Soup belt from the WBO.
He's fighting for an interim title. Emiliano Vargas, what title he got?
He got the doggone orange picking title too. What you mean?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
That ain't no
That
title.
was crazy.
What you said, BB?
Nah, he ain't say nothing.
Intercontinental orange picker, cherry picker. That's the great. You the best farmhand. That's a Marky Dan title. So that both of those titles is corny. But I'll say this: all jokes aside, when it comes,
racist.
I want to bring this up. Man. Frank Martin, I wish you would shut up and fight. It's nothing worse than seeing a man hate on young guys that's actually fighting because you got one payday with Little Red. Now you ain't fought in 2 years. So I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Go somewhere, man. You're not from the Midwest. Don't nobody like you, bro. That stuff you said about Keyshawn Davis was just corny. You's a cornball, man. Because we all know Frank Martin had his chance to fight Shakur, which I thought he was going to beat Shakur. But he didn't fight the Puerto Rican. It is what it is, man. So shut up until you fight next. That's my only thing. But
that came from that. You just flamed up Frank Martin real quick.
I don't disagree with that, BBO. Y'all don't remember.
Let me just say this one point. Shout out to my brother A. Stand in the building, man.
Yes.
Salute you for the $5 in the cash app, man. Appreciate the love, brother. I appreciate you.
Much love and appreciation.
For once in this show, I gotta agree with BBO. Frank Martin, you not fighting.
I agree with him. I agree too, Frank.
Nobody.
I like Frank Martin. I hope he get back in there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing that Keyshawn fight though because go ahead.
I didn't know you were awake, Frank Martin. So go back to sleep, man. We want to see you. I don't remember you like I seen you out in the ring unconscious. So
right, I'm sick of Frank Martin.
Fighters that's actually fighting, man. Yeah, Frank Martin talk like he Errol Spence. You're not Errol, dog. You're not Errol. You're not Errol. We understand.
But y'all don't remember him.
I know why he catches crazy
strays,
dog.
Him and Keyshawn met up at the Earl and at the
I remember
fight. Yeah, y'all ain't still interested in that. Y'all wouldn't be interested in seeing a Frank Martin Keyshawn fight down the line.
So we can see Keyshawn knock this nigga out. That's all.
Listen, man.
Yeah,
I want to see that fight. I want to see that fight like I want to see a two fight.
Try to go one at a time. Try to go one at a time.
If it happens down the line, then I will talk about it. But right now, Frank Martin is not fighting. He's not even trying to make a fight, so I can't talk about.
No, he did. Frank Martin did say he does supposedly have something on the way. He couldn't say what it was.
Well, once it's announced, then we'll talk about it.
That's what I was just about to say. But once it's announced, we'll cover it accordingly. But at this current moment in time, I don't know how the brother catching strays right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They catching crazy strays, though.
It's the thing, Doug. We're not gonna sit here and let dudes who ain't fighting talk. Shut up, punk. We don't want to hear the dudes that's not fighting. Because that's the problem now with boxing. You always got some sideline hoes talking about what they would do. Shut up. You ain't fought nobody, dude.
Oh, wow.
That's just my
I don't feel like you were saying that to Jamal Charlo all these years.
Well,
dude, Jamal Charlo was mentally ill, bro. You tripping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can look in his eyes and tell
Facts.
You can look in his eyes and tell that's something. It's not even funny. He's so messed up.
Right.
He's not even funny. You can't even laugh at him.
Yeah.
But he
really
looked pretty
up.
daggone good though. I was happy for him. I don't care he beat up Cornflake. I like the way DeMar.
Boy,
and I don't want to see.
Man,
I don't care. I don't want to see him do no more tune-up. I don't want to see. I want to see him get right into the mix, and he don't need another fight or two. He ready now.
2 years later.
He look. You know what? He looked good. He looked good.
And you know
And
what
I'll
else,
say
BBO?
this.
His eyes
He
didn't
should-
look crazy when he
He
fought.
should
His
take
eyes
his
looked
tail up
normal.
to 75.
Man, did you see how
Yeah, he
high
should-
his
he
belt
should go
was?
up to
He was
set-
trying
hold
to
on,
hide
hold
his. He was trying to hide his bear gut.
Huh?
Hold on. The dude been out the ring for some years, man. All I'm
Yeah.
gonna say is this, man.
Who
This is the thing
cares?
I'm trying to get at stuff.
That's the same thing with the energy. I mean, the injury stuff that you're talking. The man got in the ring. He looked good. Who
And he was
cares?
so because his
Yeah,
talent.
he looked great.
I thought he
It's
looked
'cause
good.
he's
That's what I'm
talented.
trying to say.
Man, he fought
What
a
I'm
bum.
saying is
Let's
this:
be
the
honest.
talented. I'm about to mute you.
Everybody out of order.
But
That is Michael.
I'll say this, man. I'll say this. When it comes to boxing, man. No, I'll put him in the back. But I'll say this.
That's crazy.
When it comes to this boxing thing that we watching, man, it's too many excuses. It's too much he say, she say. We talking about the same four niggas. It's kind of getting old. But I will tell you this. I will say this. Be careful about what y'all saying at 140, because Emiliano Vargas has made it clear he's ready to fight a champion. So we heard Fernando. We heard Big Fernando say we're gonna get a title shot this year. So I'm looking forward. I want all the champions. I would love for us to go against Gary Antoine Russell. I think that would be
I was just about to
That's
tell you, Gary waiting. He can fight Gary right now.
No, he's
He
not
can fight
fighting no
Gary right
Gary.
now.
First off, it's across the street.
Yeah.
I know we don't believe in it, and hopefully the PBC and Top Rank, they true to their word, saying that they're going to be doing business together.
They can make some money.
But I'm just going to tell you the truth, BBO. I don't mean to shatter your dreams. Antoine going to put this man on his, as you would say, on his pockets.
Yeah.
34 pounds in that fight. So I ain't got no problem with it. I like Emiliano. I don't think
Antoine looked like a welterweight in his last fight.
that ain't
I
a
don't
fight
want
you
to see
should
it. I don't want to see it.
But
I
who
do.
am I to, hold on,
If
who
he-
am I to
let me
protect?
ask you this,
Hold on,
CDK.
who am I to protect
If we
the
see-
fighter? I ain't protecting no damn body.
What you say,
Right.
BBL?
Facts.
Now I don't want to see it. I don't want to see no more bum fights. I ain't protecting. I don't care if you get beat half to death. That's how I feel. Just to be honest with you, I don't want to see any bum fight. And that's gonna be a bum fight because he is not on that level, and he ain't got no business getting in there with Gary Antoine Russell. No business. He'll fold him like a lawn chair and beat him twice on the temple. I ain't got time.
He been stopping stuff. He been knocking stuff out. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Melody
listen.
Queen.
Hold on. Listen, I'm 50. I've been stopping stuff too. Cab drivers.
Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I mean, I want to see Antoine get back in the ring. He's sitting around waiting for somebody.
No, I want him in the ring, freak. I want him in the ring too. But you know, hey, if
Why
it,
not beat up on the Vargas then? Yeah, I like Zoomverse said. Yeah, Antoine will destroy him.
no, you right. You
That
right,
would-
Pride. Every trash can got to get dumped. You right.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say the kid a trash can, but he getting there with Gary Antoine right now. He's gonna have the worst time of his life, and I promise you that.
That man going to sleep. He getting in there with Antoine right
But
now.
let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this. And beat the braids off of it.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
If he did that, then I would give all praise to him. He would be catapulted to the best.
Conclusion, man.
No, if Emiliano Vargas could beat Antoine, I would say Emiliano Vargas might be the best 140-pound fighter in the division. But I know he's not going to beat Antoine, so I won't be saying it.
If he beat Antoine, I'm gonna say he's the best 140-pound fighter ever. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
I mean, if he did that, that would be incredible. Then because I do rock with his family, though. I rock with Fernando, and I rock with the family and all that. But I'm with CDK. I don't see that happen. I think right now, Gary Antoine, the way he looked,
Yeah.
Man, it'll be real bad for that kid.
But once again, if you're talking about fighting for a championship this year,
No,
then that's on
no
you.
matter how we slice it. No matter. Go ahead. Go
For a
ahead.
championship this year, then that's on you. No,
Yeah.
man, you
You
gotta
right,
delay
Dub.
again, brother.
You right. I agree with that, Dub. You right about
And
that.
so I ain't got no problem with seeing him get in the ring with any of these guys if he's saying he want to be a champion.
Yeah, I
ain't
don't
got
have a
no
problem with it either.
But at the same time, if he
Yeah.
get in the ring, in my personal opinion, if he get in the ring with Antoine right now, he getting his boot smoked. He gonna get his boot.
Hey, hey, Dub. I'm telling y'all ain't paying no attention to what's going on here. And this is gonna sound crazy, but I know what his dad is up to. His daddy want Emiliano talking like him. Now that's just what it is. If he going there with Antoine, he gonna talk.
Emiliano ain't
That kid 21. How old is Antoine?
Y'all been what I say. If he
Like
go out there and
26,
fight
27.
Antoine,
Yeah, Antoine,
if
that
he go,
experience and stuff, you know,
yeah,
just his ring
BBO.
generalship and his IQ would be him.
Hold on,
If he go out there and fight
Go ahead.
Antoine, okay, go ahead. I was gonna say if he go out there and fight Antoine, he gonna be sounding just like his dad is sounding right now. If he go out there right now and fight Antoine, this is what we gonna get. And this ain't no joke. And I'm just telling y'all the truth. That's what we gonna get. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with taking a loss when you're trying to fight the best. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
No. I ain't talking about no.
If he go out,
You right. I agree. I'm talking about. I don't want him going through what his father going through right now and taking one of those fights like that early in his career. And you know, it's gonna change the course of what we might have seen from him, is what I'm thinking. But you know,
I'd rather for you to take it early in your career than late in your career.
Yeah, not too late though. But like what he's saying though, like
not
the
too
way
late.
Vargas got beat up by Tito, that was brutal. He had no business in the
Right.
ring with Trinidad. None.
That's what I was saying, dude. I just think it's gonna be like
And that took like 10 years off his career, dog.
And
Then he spun the block and got in there with Oscar. He was a savage, you know what I mean?
Let me say this though. Let me say this. I think the thing that we gotta do, CDK, talking like they dad who was a monster. Thank God.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, how
Yeah,
many
he was.
tune-up fight, man? I swear, every week we watching a doggone tune-up fight, man. Every week.
You right. Y'all right.
You right about
y'all
that.
Right. Y'all right.
Last week was tune-up. The week before that was tune-ups. The whole
Yep.
what was that card? When it was that poop show that we seen in Times Square, that was a doggone tune. That wasn't but tune-ups. We just seen Ryan go to bed.
Yep, tune-up city.
I'll be honest, man. Boxing is gonna be like the yay. It's gonna keep getting worse and worse if these dudes don't shut up and fight. I mean, you got Little Red fight Jake Paul. I don't know what more you guys want. I mean, say what you want.
I agree.
At least when it comes to Emiliano, at least he's saying he want to fight a champion. I mean, dog, he lose.
I agree with everything y'all saying. I agree with everything y'all saying. I'm wrong.
Right about
I'm wrong about all that. Y'all right about this. Y'all right.
I hear what you're saying, BBO, but at some, you gotta step your way up to a championship. That's the reason why these guys get thrown away so quickly, because they don't take steps to get to the championship. They just want to jump straight up into the spotlight, and when you're not ready for it, you get beat up. Nobody cares to see you again. So you gotta grow your fan base by taking better steps towards a championship fight. I don't have a problem with him taking steps towards a championship fight. If he want one, fine. Take steps towards it. Don't just go from being a prospect to automatically jumping straight to a championship fight when you're not ready for that. I could see if he was a gold medalist in the Olympics and they putting him on a fast track. He ain't do none of that. This man fought in the amateurs and then went to the pros. He didn't fight in the Olympics. So you want to put him on a fast track?
America ain't had a gold medalist since 2000. Free.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, I know what you said. No, I agree with the premise of what you said.
He didn't fight in the Olympics. So he's a guy that went from the amateurs straight to the pros, the same way Abdullah Mason did. He went from the amateurs to the pros. But the difference between Emiliano Vargas and Abdullah Mason is Emiliano Vargas is fighting every other month. He's trying to get himself straight. So when he does get in there with a champion, A champion, he's already prepared for that. He's ready for that moment. Emiliano Vargas just want the spotlight because of what his name is. His father was a pro boxer, and his father had a name in the sport, so he just want that spotlight. So
Yeah.
you want to get in there. Don't get mad when you get knocked out and nobody cares to see you again because you jumped up there too fast.
See,
That's all.
and you know what?
Hey,
Free.
real quick, hold on, real
Hold on, let
quick.
me
Shout
say
out to my sister.
Nah, let him do the Cash App shout out.
Yeah, shout out to my sister Ty in the building, man. The Jab Queen. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to her channel. She doing a hell of
Indeed.
great work over there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I apologize for not
Yeah,
being able to pull up
Jab
this
Queen
on the
doing the
weekend.
thing.
But appreciate you, sis, with the $5 in the Cash App, man. Much love and respect. I appreciate you.
Much love and appreciation,
But
Queen.
let me say
Go ahead,
this though.
BBO.
Let me say this. I think the thing that's so funny about this, it's like it's almost like Free. 1 minute you beanie Free telling us how we got to get some big fights. Niggas got to stop taking 2 years vacation. Then we get Free talking about niggas in, man. Derek just saw us stay getting his head whooped. He's stay getting his head whooped, and people still go see him. I mean, my man Amir King Kong, been getting beat to death the last 4 or 5 years. He's still. I don't know what people talking about, man. We're gonna go see these dudes if we
That's
like.
No,
BBO's Ace
there's a
Silsington. That's
difference.
BBO's Captain 45. 45 is
No,
BBO's Cash App.
there's a difference. There's a difference in wanting the actual fighters that's been in the sport to fight good fights than having a prospect jump up to a championship fight. There's a difference. I want these guys that everybody talks about on a regular basis. I want them to fight good fights. But the prospects, I want them to take
Appreciate
steps
you, Bullet.
to become those guys where they can be in the spotlight and fight for the championship fight. I don't want a prospect like Moulton only got 5 or 6 fights, and all of a sudden you trying to put him in a championship fight. Or you see what they slowing down daggone Andy Cruz. They ain't throwing Andy Cruz into the fire. When Keyshawn said, "Oh, okay, we can make that fight next," they said, "Oh, we're gonna slow this down a little bit.
Yep.
We ain't gonna put him in there with you right now. We still need some more work." So he's a 2-time gold medalist. They ain't throwing him in there. So I wanna see these prospects
Man,
work on their craft to where they get up there. We can watch them fight good fights every single time they get in the ring, instead of just seeing them get up there and then you say, "Oh, this man jumped up there way too quick. He ain't ready for this. He getting whooped. Dang, stop the fight, please. Somebody stop the fight." That's what we're going to be saying, because these guys are not ready.
They're not ready.
They had Richard Torres was a main event. What are we talking about, man?
No,
These niggas can
okay,
fight.
hold up. You said a main event. Who was he in there with?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Chubby Checker.
What are you
Chubby
talking about?
Checker. Chubby Checker.
What are you talking about?
He about to fight me and Dub. Me and Dub was the finalists for that fight. So that ain't no.
Hey, I like the guy on that card. I like the guy on that card. I'm just telling y'all. I like the guy on there.
But what I'm saying is, BBO, you looking at a main event like he's in there with a top level fighter. He was in there with nobody. He's not in there with a top level fighter. He was just a main event. They wanted a main event him. They want to see what type of fan base he got.
Top level fighter or not at this point.
No, but listen, BBO, you gotta look at what they do.
I don't even know.
They hear a lot of people saying his name, so they want to see what type of fan base he got. Let's main event him, see what he does.
Yep.
If he does good numbers, then we know we can start growing this guy kind of fast. If he doesn't do good numbers, we gotta build him up some more. That's what they do. That's the same thing they did with Keyshawn, and they saw Keyshawn. He pulling out numbers. Hey, let's go ahead and move this dude. Let's move him. We already started moving him kind of fast. He's pulling in big numbers in his first main event. Let's main event him again, and let's keep building on him. So that's what you do. You want to see what you.
Luther Bella said they made $600,000 profit in Norfolk. So I don't know if that's true, but if that's the case, he's gonna be fighting pretty.
I believe it is. I believe it is.
How much you say? How much you say, BBO?
Luther Bella says 600,000 profit.
That's good money.
I mean, that's good. That's good money. That's good money.
Decent money.
That's after they paid. No, that's after they paid everybody. It was $600,000 profit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's good money, because I mean, anytime you make a profit, it's good money.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
got what you paid out, and then you got something on the back end. That's good money. I mean, Keyshawn ain't no world celebrity star, so to make 600,000 off a profit, that's good money for
Pretty
a guy
damn
that
good
you
money.
just found building up. You
I
building him
agree.
up. So I mean, we're gonna see Abdullah Mason probably within the next 3-4 fights. He's gonna be a main event. What you gonna
Yep.
see? They want
He
to
coming to
hear
Cleveland
people
in
saying his
August. They got to
name.
fight with him in August in Cleveland.
You
Yeah,
going?
he's about to fight this weekend. He's about to fight this weekend.
Yeah, but in August, in August, Top Rank got like a homecoming card. It's supposed to be him and a bunch of the young guys on that card in August. That's gonna be something
I
similar
mean,
to that.
he might be the main event of that card. He might be the main
Yep.
event of that card to
Well,
see what his numbers do.
we already know BBO not going. He don't support the Masons, respectfully. He
So
don't
no,
support
he
them.
don't.
And so because he don't, we understand that BBO not going to go. Shout
You
out to
said
my
I don't
brother
like the
Samuel.
Masons.
It's
You don't,
it
no, I
seems
said you
like
don't support him. I said you don't support him.
like it
That's
seems
not
like
true. I
what
support Ishmael Mason.
no, I see
Who
like
is-
what Abdullah is doing is what Emiliano Vargas should be doing. Abdullah is getting
Right.
bigger names every time he get a fight. He get a bigger name. Emiliano
Every
Vargas
time.
is not doing that. He's not getting bigger names. His names are pretty much the same level of type of fighters. He went from 135 fighting a certain level to 140 fighting that same level. He's not getting better opponents. He's getting the same level of opponents.
I want to ask a question off of what Free just said. We're hearing, as BBO brought up earlier, that Emiliano Vargas, he has a title shot coming this year, supposedly, hopefully. We're hearing that Abdullah Mason has a title shot coming this year, possibly, hopefully. Who do y'all think become champion first? And when I say champion first, I don't mean the date. I don't mean by the date. I mean, who do you think, if you had to pick one of the two fighters to go out and beat one of the current champions in their division, who would y'all pick first? With Emiliano being at 40, Abdullah Mason being at 35, who do y'all think goes out and wins the title fight first?
I would say Mason. I think he can be. I would say
I would say probably Mason probably, because I don't know if Emiliano Vargas is ready for those guys that's at the championship level at 140. He's still getting acclimated at that weight class.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's ready for that. I think Abdullah Mason would. I don't know if Abdullah Mason beat any of the champions right now, but I think he would. I think he would get it before Emiliano Vargas get it because of the level of competition that Abdullah Mason is facing compared to the level of competition that Vargas is facing.
I agree with Free, and I've been thinking about something with Abdullah Mason for a minute now. He had the 135-pound division, and even though he's right there, like he's really good, I don't know if he's gonna be able to beat any of the champions. I've been thinking about that as well. Can he beat any of the champions right now? I think he has a better chance than Emiliano does. I think he definitely has a better chance. I think he's a better fighter, but I don't think he can beat. Like, they trying to rush him into this Keyshawn fight. I think it's going to be a bad move for them. I think it's going to hurt his career if he goes out there and gets in there within the next fight or two with him. I think it's going to hurt his career for real. I think it's going to hurt him.
I think.
Hold on. Y'all hold me to the fire. My man CDK been trying to put peppers on niggas off all stream.
What you talking about?
That man.
You don't know what you talking about.
You
want me live? What you want me? You want me live? Put me in where? You can't put a pepper.
No, what I'm saying is
you can't put a pepper. You can't take a pepper and put a pepper on the. Cause what? Put him in there for what? I ain't got no problem with him. Listen, I want him to go in there. I just said, hold on. Let me tell people this for you, if you don't mind. I don't have a problem with him going out there. I said I don't think he can beat any of the champions. Go out there though. I think he has a better chance than Emiliano does. Now I do want to see him against the champions, but I'm saying this right here. A year from now, 2 years from now, I don't know how good he's really gonna be. And I don't know if he's gonna be able to, if maybe the champions move up, you know how it goes. But right now, I don't think he can beat any of the champions, what I'm saying. I ain't saying I don't want to see him. I just don't think he can beat none of them.
I think he
I
can
think
beat Lomachenko
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be
I'm
honest.
or
I don't know
Merlin
about that.
Tyler. I think he can beat Merlin Tyler.
That's what I'm about to
That
say.
part.
I think if Merlin Tyler
Yeah.
gets elevated
I'll
to
say
the
this.
champion, I think he could beat
I agree.
Merlin Tyler.
I think
I
he can
agree.
too, Free.
I agree with
I
that
might
one.
be reaching
I
with
I'll say this.
Lomachenko,
I'll
but
say
Merlin
this.
Tyler, I think he can get him. Go ahead, BBL. My bad.
I'll say this. The thing. I get what you're saying, CDK. I'm just more or less saying I'm so tired of these doggone tune-ups, man.
No,
Like,
you right. You right. I
mean,
agree.
Shout out to my brother Drew Tight. He was talking about this earlier, bro. If I hear about another nigga talking about y'all, you know, BB, I don't like to talk crazy. Man, these niggas really need to give me my money back, bro. Like, I'm tired of bro.
You know what people are missing, BBO though? And Drew Titan probably missing this.
Let me ask you a question,
Let me
BBO.
say this. Let me say this real quick. I spent $85.
You can't say nothing. Your phone keeps going out.
Me against Lamont Roach. I want to jump through the screen.
Hold on, hey,
listen.
hold on, real quick.
Hold on. Let me.
One at a time, bro. Y'all boys wild.
Let's just get some order to it. Free, you go ahead. Then let CDK cook. I'll come after CDK prize. But let's just get some order so we ain't ever talking to each other. That's all I'm
Agreed.
saying.
Agreed.
I agree.
Let me ask you a question, BBO. Do you think the only good fighters are the guys that y'all talk about on a regular basis? You don't think there's any other good fighters? Because it seems like every time, because it seems like every time these guys get into a fight, y'all wanna crap on the fight. Like, it's not a good fight. I don't see nothing wrong with Keyshawn fighting De Los Santos. I don't see nothing wrong with Shakur fighting Williams Zepeda. I don't even see nothing wrong with Tank Davis fighting Lamont Roach. It's not a fight that I asked for, but I don't see nothing wrong with the fight. Like, y'all act like these guys are not decent opponents. Y'all act like these guys are trash opponents. These guys are not trash opponents. They not the actual guys that y'all want to see them face each other. But until they face each other, I still rather see them in good fights, not trash fights.
All right, go ahead, BBL. You can respond to that first.
Stop charging me $85 then, nigga. If you're not gonna fight the people we talking about, stop charging me all this money. That's all I'm saying.
They ain't charging
Hold on, Free. Let him finish.
Let me finish. I'll say this. I get what you're saying, Free. It sounds good, and as my grandmother used to say, it might make you feel good. But at the end of the day, we are boxing fanatics. Me and you, Price, CDK, Dub Right Side, Marky Dan, man, we are fight fanatics, dog. So we don't care if it's two little people fighting, we're gonna watch it. So I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about for the sake of the doggone sport. We're gonna watch. But how many new fans do we see? Even when we look at the chat, we know everybody. Let's be honest, we one small community. I'm gonna see Teach over here. I'm gonna see Jab Queen over here. I'm gonna see All Things over here. I'm gonna see Flick and Flock. We all the same niggas. I'm saying for the hell of the sport, excuse my language, it's straight bullshit. And I don't like to use that kind of language. It's what it is, bro. And we constantly make let me finish. We constantly make excuses on why it's like that, but it keeps getting worse. You just see, we just seen Zepeda. Hold on. We seen Zepeda go life and death with Tevin Farmer.
Well, you need to talk to that wasn't a pay-per-view fight.
But that ain't the point, Free. That ain't the point.
That's not the point. The point is these are garbage fights. They're garbage, Free.
That wasn't a garbage fight.
Hold on, let's pass this thing around because
let me pass the Dub. Go ahead, Dub.
No, it ain't no. It's on CDK, then it's on Pride, then B3, then it's on me. I'm last on this situation. I apologize.
Okay. I think what people are missing, and I'm gonna come from a different perspective. Like we love boxing, but I have boxed at the amateur level. And even at the amateur level, they're not going to throw you out there with somebody that they feel like you can't beat early in your career. It don't work like that. I understand what you're saying because I love boxing and I want to see the best fight the best. But I think we have to also realize that people are building careers and we're not going to get everything we want to see when we want to see it. And it's just simple as that. I do believe the competition, like he was saying about Emiliano, he started fighting the same level of competition. I think that's a no-no. You have to move up. You have to gauge, you know what I'm saying, how really good you are. And that's the problem. The real problem is we're seeing a lot of people fight the same fighters basically over and over again. They're not moving up in competition. Because to be honest with you, Tevin Farmer is actually a good fighter. He's a good gauge for anybody. That's why I got him beating what's his name? Schofield. I got him beating him. Because I believe Tevin Farmer is a gauge, and I believe people should test themselves against that type of competition to see where you're really at before you move on to the elite level. I'm done.
Tevin stopping Kid Austin. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. He's
No,
stopping.
go ahead. Hold on real quick. Go ahead, Prize. Then we're going to B3. Then I'll jump in. Go ahead, Prize.
I agree. I agree with BVR for the most part. Like I understand where he coming from. Like I'm tired of seeing these guys. Right? I want to see the main guys fight. Like we get to see in football. Like whether you like it or not, the Pacers are playing the Thunder because those are the two best teams. So that's what I want to see in boxing. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because like I've been watching boxing a long time, all my life. So I'm with BVO on that. I'm tired of seeing I get it with certain fighters like Abdullah Mason and Vargas. They young, so you gotta, and some of the fights you gotta move them. I get that part. So I've been around watching the sport long enough to know that I get that part. But when you get to like Devin Haney, Tank, all the
Yes,
guys we want to see, Jerron and Tio and Inouye and all these guys. I want to see them fight each other or fight the best available or the best. But basically, I
I
don't want to see no more of these little, like BVO said. I'm tired of seeing they bullish.
agree with that, Price.
But
Go
Same
ahead.
thing.
Go ahead, B3.
B3
I
Well,
think
picks should look
Hey
let
man,
me say
I
this.
salute to
think
the
I think
Let
what
me
y'all
say this.
what
Hold on. Let me say this. Welcome to the show to my brother B3 because the Negroes ain't giving the proper introduction around here. So welcome to the show. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to B3 as well. Doing great things as far as making picks. As far as boxing go, he gonna tell you we gonna make money before the fight and after the fight. B3, you gonna have to send me the video again so I can play it on my channel as well. But welcome to the show, my brother.
100% appreciate you, Dub.
and
Appreciate the
before you
intro.
go B3, I'd be remiss if I don't bring you in the right way, like Doug was saying.
You got B3 Picks here at it again. Proud to announce a brand new partnership with BVO Sports TV and B3BoxingPicks.com. Let's go green. At B3BoxingPicks.com, we provide pre-fight boxing picks of the week, but also live boxing betting options so we can make money pre-fight or during the fight betting on the beautiful sport of boxing. Join now, only $10 a week or $25 a month by visiting b3boxingpicks.com for the membership. Also follow me on all socials at B3BoxingPicks. Follow my YouTube, Not Another Boxing channel, presented by B3 Picks. And shout out to the People's Network, the one and only Sports Talk Network. Let's go green.
Hey, B3.
damn good
My
commercial.
boy.
Hey, with that video right now, I'm just gonna tell you, go on and take your ass to go announce the news. You understand what I'm saying?
Go do the weather.
Yeah, do
For real, for real.
the weather.
B3
Go do
man
the
on
Real
the
talk.
man, B3 handling business, got that Malcolm X haircut. He ain't playing no game.
Shout out to my
He
brother.
said he got the church boy haircut. Don't cut
Hey,
me
so
like
CD,
no
look,
hood.
it's even worse than that right now, CDK. But go ahead. What'd you say, Dub?
I gotta get with you because I'm in Georgia and some of the bets that y'all can make, I can't make. So I
Yeah.
gotta get with you so you can throw some of that money out there for me. I'll send it to you. It is
Well,
what it is, but
let me say this, man. I appreciate my brother Dub. With the business, I had to put this out there. I do not place bets for any people, any individuals, any entities, any organizations. I only provide picks of the week,
Yeah.
pre-fight and during live fight. I actually after round 3, I had bet Armando Resendiz. It was plus 1100. So I put 95 on that to make 1100. Cashed it out after the 10th and got like $973 off 95. So before that, I had Dave Allen plus 500 a couple weeks ago. Last week I had Ashton Brown 1 through 2. He got a first round knockout. That was plus 2200. So definitely tap
Y'all
in with
follow
me.
the brother. Follow the
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah. Y'all lock in with me. But to the topic, remind me what the question was again, BBO.
Basically, we're talking about getting these BS fights.
Okay. Okay. The
Mhm.
BS. Okay, let me say this. BS fights. BS fights would be Top Rank is not going to do BS fights. So BS fight to them would be Abdullah Mason versus Keyshawn Davis. What they would do in their ideal world is Keyshawn Davis will move up to 140, and then Abdullah will fight somebody else for a vacant title.
Yep.
Because those two guys are in house for Top Rank. They're not going to pit them against each other. So
Yep.
with that being said, I'm not the type. I think I seen Marquis' comment. I really don't want to speak on it too much, but all I'm gonna say is this: I'm not into pitting black fighters against each other, especially when we got Lomachenko holding up the IBF uh truly ducking, and then we got Muratalla right there, and he and Robert Garcia had comments, and his dad had comments about Keyshawn and said they was gonna fight.
Mhm.
So we need to be pushing Keyshawn versus Muratalla. We can have a green plant black versus Mexican, a big showdown. They could probably do it in New York, and make a movie.
Mhm.
So I
Man,
think
I'm
Hey,
gonna
that's the
keep it
fight.
real.
that,
Maratala ain't nothing but a taco truck worker, bro. He's a bum.
that was crazy.
He's a bum, dog. He's a
See,
bum.
Man,
that's what
hold
I'm
on,
talking
wait a
about.
minute,
That's what I'm
wait a
talking about
minute,
right
wait
there.
a minute, wait a
That's what
minute.
I'm talking about.
Muratalla beat Nakathilia way worse than damn, than Shakur did. He put hands
100%.
on
Did
Nakathilia.
you did you
I
see
think
TS beat the
Hold on,
brakes
wait
off
a
of
minute,
Maratala?
wait a minute, man. You out of order.
See,
You out of
You
order.
out of
say what, Dub?
He out of order. Am I wrong? A brother can't get the point off before he start cutting them off over here, man. I see
that's what
my
I'm talking
market.
about.
I
I
ain't
see my
saying you're
market crying
racist.
over there. All them
I ain't
young
saying you're racist, but you're a BVOist, that's for sure. Because
I'm a,
anytime I
I'm
say
a,
something, I'm out of order,
That's
man.
That's
I'm just
crazy.
saying.
well,
I
it
ain't
just be
saying
the
you're a
truth.
racist, but you're a BVOist. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
no, it just be the truth. And when you out of order, I call you out of order. If anybody else out of order, I'm gonna call them out of order. So it is what it is. Listen, and see, that's the problem. You made me forget my damn point that fast. All that.
That's good.
Meryl Tyler got beat up way
There
worse
you
than
go.
Shakur.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And now we see, and me personally, I think the young man gonna go put hands on Muratalla. Not Muratalla, excuse me. Nakatila.
Nagativa.
Nakatila. And I think he gonna put hands on that man. I think he gonna make it look like Muratalla made it look. I say that to say
Mm-hmm.
this. Nakatila for when he landed some on one of the individuals, as you
Hold
would
on.
say, Shakur or Shakur Sanchez, as you would call the brother, but we talking about Shakur Stevenson for the people who don't know that be trolling. Um, the way that man and when that was another one of those fights where Keyshawn got not Keyshawn, excuse me, Shakur got touched, and what he did, he was on his bicycle the rest of that damn fight. He won the fight anyway.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fact. But you got to say, you got to really watch the fight to watch Shakur.
That's what I'm trying to do. I understood that, and you know, I watched that fight probably 4 times. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. It was hard to watch, but I watched the fight, and when he got hit, he was like, "Nope, I'm good," which is fine.
Shakur.
He still won the fight. What I'm trying
Shakur
to,
best fight in the world.
I don't think that in this fight, and I love this fight for Abdullah Mason because I don't think Abdullah Mason is that guy who, when I get hit, I'm stepping back. He the guy
Nope.
who, all right, you gonna hit me? I'm catching and shooting. I'm rolling with your punches and firing back, nigga. I'm trying to fight. Let's fight. And I think this is a prime time for him to show up and show out. And I think he stopped Nakathilia. I think he stopped Nakathilia and probably me personally, I think he's gonna stop him in 6th round, maybe 5th, somewhere in there. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Dub. Can I stamp that with you real quick? That's one of the locks. B3 free pick of the week. That fight not to go the distance.
Yeah,
It's probably I
Hey,
haven't
hey,
seen a line on it.
we
It's
ain't giving
probably
away
like
no free. We ain't giving away no free picks. I don't know what
hey.
this
You
nigga's
know,
talking about. That
we
was a
also got
mistake.
one more. Keyshawn Davis,
Hey, that's
Keyshawn
hey,
Davis by stoppage.
that's a minus 500 BVO that we ain't giving that out anyway. That's I mean that ain't nothing.
Yeah,
I know they're gonna have Abdullah probably they're gonna have probably have Abdullah a first 2 or 3 rounds stopping this kid. To be honest with you,
With
y'all.
that MGM bet, they got a huge line on that Keyshawn versus De Los Santos fight.
it minus
Yeah,
eight
Um,
hundred
yeah,
for
yeah.
Keyshawn. Yeah,
yeah,
What's
that's
the what's the
crazy,
what's
bro.
the odds on that, BVO or P3?
Basically, they say ain't no
it was
bet.
plus 500 for Edwin to win money line. So he just got to win the
Yeah.
fight plus 500, and then Keyshawn is minus 800. So what that means is you would have to put $800 on Keyshawn just to win 100, and then for Edwin being plus
Yeah,
500, if you put
it
100
ain't
on
worth
him, you will win 500 plus
That's
your
Yep.
nice.
100 back.
That's
So
nice right there.
yeah, so he's a heavy favorite over Edwin.
Okay.
That
I mean,
that KO bet look good though. B3, that KO bet looks real good. On
I
the
haven't
fan
looked at
pool.
it just yet. What did you see what the number was on it?
I know it was plus something for Keyshawn, and that's one thing I'm gonna bet on. I'm betting on the stoppage, but Keyshawn was plus money. Both of them was plus money on the not on the KO or the stoppage.
but let me say this real quick. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, man. I wanna say this real quick. We don't ever get to do this, but shout out to Dub Brightside. Shout out to the founder CDK. Shout out to the chairman T Hill. Shout out to my man B3. Shout out my man Crush. I mean not Crush. Crush. Free. I mean, because you know what, man, we came out of nowhere, and to see you guys engage with us, I appreciate it, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to put on great content and have some fun. I'm gonna roast a few niggas, have some fun, and that's what we do. Shout out to Uncle Stitch. He's trying to get us Caleb Plant, or what's left of it. So I'm hoping we can
Don't do
get
that.
what's left of Caleb Plant. I think that'd be a good interview for us. But I think the thing we gotta really focus on is this. If y'all forget about what y'all thought we was doing. Sports Talk Network is running it, y'all. We running it, man. Like that 3-6 Mafia song. We run it, man. So if y'all want to come here from the Sports Talk Network, man, make sure y'all tap in, man. We got B3 picks. You know, how many light-skinned people you know can teach you how to get some money before and after the fight?
That's crazy.
Usually the light people trying to run with the money. So shout out to B3 for not running with the money, but trying to help us get some. I mean, so we on to something, man. And Emiliano Vargas, he probably won't be Gary Antoine, but if he don't, he don't. If he do, he do. Throw him in there. I say throw the nigga in there. We don't know
man.
what we got.
But at the end of the day, my whole thing is, whatever happened in these fights, as a network, as a channel, however we look at, we just gonna be honest about it.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no
That's all we
nonsense.
can do.
We
That's
just
all we
gonna be
can do,
honest
man.
about it. Caleb Plant got his ass whooped this weekend. It is what it
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Got
Yep.
his got hands put on him.
I
Hey,
still want to see him fight again, though. I don't think he's done.
no,
Me either.
we not saying he done. We not saying
Nah,
that.
yeah, I'm just talking for the people. I still want to see him. I don't want to make it like I'm
He
throwing him
done
away.
right now, but he not done.
That man is a gatekeeper right now. He's a
That's
gatekeeper.
They
tough.
gave him 6 months suspension though, so I don't know. He won't be back this year.
Nah, I don't think
Yeah,
they gave him
that
six.
man,
I don't think they gave him
no, they,
six.
I don't, they gave him
I thought they gave him a suspension, and it always 6 months, or they changed it.
Nah,
No.
no,
I
it's
just
not
looked.
always 6 months.
I just it was only a month. I just looked on
Oh, it's only a month. Okay,
I
my
looked on
mistake.
BoxRec. I looked on BoxRec. He got he suspended to July 1st.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
my mistake. I
it's
thought
Why
I
not
is he
thought it was
always.
always
suspended?
six
Due
months.
to him
That's my
getting beat
fault.
up?
Now
It's
that's
all
Yeah.
fights. Anytime you
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, they don't let you right back in there. I can dig
Yeah.
it.
No, he's a
Y'all know
gatekeeper. He's a
something.
gatekeeper.
Nah,
You know something
can I say
funny.
this real quick, BBO?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, I definitely wanted to say, man, shout out to my brother BVO. BVO, he's the type of guy that looks out for blacks. And partner with blacks. Put his brother on. Um, I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network. You know what I'm saying? BVO, the type of guy, he'll do business with you, and all he asks for is a rack of lamb.
And that's crazy.
Hey,
That was crazy.
Racket Rim,
Hold on,
hey,
hold on,
Racket
hold
Rim,
on,
now, I
hold
ain't gonna
on.
lie.
That was
Hold
crazy.
on. I'll say this. Any nigga with an EPT card can't speak on me. So I'll just say that right now. Shout out to the EPT boy, aka B3. But all I want you know what? I'll just say this. Whenever you hear a great value type of nigga like B3 say that, that's okay. Because that's what they do. They gotta say that corny stuff. Because we already know how we do it over here in the doghouse. BVO wear the sombrero, but I'm always keeping it real. No fronting, no faking, no capping. I'm always keeping it real. I'm gonna tell you the truth every time. And we support the sweet signs of come forward boxing. We talking about no running. We talking about come forward, stand in the middle of the ring like a man and fight. That's what we want to see over here.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, hey, B3, excuse me, shout out to my brother B3. Y'all make sure y'all sub to him once again.
Let me drop the name of the channel real quick. Not Another Boxing Channel, presented by B3 Picks, NABC for short. Not Another Boxing Channel. And then y'all tap in with me on Instagram at B3 Boxing Picks. I'll show you how to set up the FanDuel sites, the DraftKings sites. If you need any, need anybody to walk you through with it, I'll do that. And then we can talk about boxing. So just tap in with me.
Shout
Hey,
out to the brother.
didn't Errol Spence shout my man B3 out when he said the goofy nigga in the white tee? So that's what y'all looking for. The goofy nigga in the white tee. Shout out to my brother B3. Go ahead,
That's
Doug. Love
crazy.
that.
Nah, my brother BVO, hey, we're gonna be in order tonight. You know what I'm saying? So we will be
Mhm.
live tonight. Crush, I don't know where my brother Crush at, because Crush still owe me an interview. But before we leave this chat tonight, I need somebody got to commit to an interview next Tuesday. Who committed?
I
I'm
probably could
always
do
We got
something.
B3 boxing picks.
I'm committed.
I could probably do something with you too, Dub.
All right. So
Let
I
me
got
know. You got my number.
I got CDK and I got Prize for my next two shows. Shout out to my man's Crush. I don't know what happened. I can't. Hey, shout out to my brother. But tonight
Arby's
we
on the
will
dark
be.
side of the moon.
Well, tonight we're gonna be talking everything boxing, and man, y'all pull up, man. 11:30, we will be live.
Hey, before y'all go, I got a new channel coming. Please, it's gonna be called I'm Going Back to My Old Roots. OG with the Kicks. I'm gonna have a whole other channel doing that right there. I'm back on my game with the sneaker game. They doing a lot over in the sneaker community, so I will be doing that too. So y'all check me out.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one question before we go, CDK. Is it hard to get them sixes and black and red?
If you got money, you can get anything you want.
Hold on, CDK. Let me ask you this question right here.
Yeah.
A brother who wears size 16. What should I be looking for my J's?
If you wear a size 16, you probably need to get some Shacks.
That's crazy.
Man, I ain't never seen a 16 Jordan. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, Dub, right side, my son is 6'8", so I can put you on where to get the sneakers from Legit Jones.
No, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't listen to that nigga. He had you on some New Balances, man.
Hey,
I don't know
Dub,
where
do
to
I
get
look
them.
like a type of guy that's gonna have you in some newbies? If you ask me with
Yes,
some
sir.
Jordans, I
Yes.
get you the Jordan. Get out of here, BBL.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if your shoe got China upside down, don't worry.
That's crazy.
Well, y'all, wow.
Y'all
Wow, man.
Shout out to East Bay, man. I miss East Bay. I used to get all the big sizes
That's
on
where
East Bay, man.
that's where I used to get all my shoes from. That's where I used to get all my shoes.
If somebody was smart, they'd bring it back for the older people.
Yeah.
eBay
I
ain't
miss
gone nowhere.
But
eBay ain't gone nowhere. It's still there.
But they don't promote it like that. Like it ain't like what it used to be.
Man,
I used to get a book.
That's because they got things like offer up. You can offer.
But bro, free.
Yeah, I know they got so much
shoes.
stuff now.
I be looking online and I see some J's. I'm like, man, I'm pretty sure these shits ain't real, bro. I don't even know how to. I'm pretty sure. I'm
on the real Dub, StockX actually got your size, and if you get a shoe from them and something ain't right, they gonna get your money back. They gonna make it right. So anybody like you wear 16, go to StockX.
Okay, that's a bet.
Hey, and I'll put it like this, man. Them new John Morant's is hard, man. I'm John Morant's biggest fan, man. Shout out to the John
Yeah,
Morant's, man.
they is. I
The
went and got
Mad Boys hard.
those Dion's, the Baltimore Raven colors, man. They clean
Yeah,
too.
I need the. I got the black and white ones. I need them Baltimore Jones.
Oh,
Yeah, they
And
clean.
you those dub? The Diamond
Say it
Turfs?
again.
Yeah, no, not the Diamond
Oh
Turf.
man.
The
When you got
the
a
Air Max
big
DTs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I seen some Tampa Bay red Diamond Turfs. I don't know if those was from
They
Shiloh or
supposed to
what,
be.
but
They
was hard
supposed
as
to be
fuck.
dropping them. They supposed to be dropping the Diamond Turfs. Those are red and white ones. When he was playing baseball, it had the football number and the baseball number on the tongue.
Yeah,
Those are
When he
Diamond.
playing with the
Yeah.
Braves or something back then.
Yeah, something like that. Or San Francisco Giants or something like that. Yeah, so he was those sneakers are them the Diamond Turfs. The ones
Yeah.
CDK talking about the Air Max DTs. I think the DTs.
Yeah, I think it's DTs.
Yeah,
They cleaned up. They clean.
they are. They clean up nice. Yeah,
But let me say
I
this real
love
quick
mine.
before we get out of here, man, because we going late on our time. Shout out to my man Puerto Rican Free. The Puerto Ricans gonna be doing the conferences, and on top of that, he's gonna do a live show on how to make mumbo sauce. So keep your eyes open. D Free Cooks is coming soon. He gonna do a live show making the mumbo sauce. He gonna fry that chicken up real good, and he gonna show you how to do the mumbo sauce. I'm speaking that to existence, and I'm looking forward to it, Free. Oh, let me pull my trash cans.
Hold on,
On
wait a
that
minute.
note,
That's
I
crazy.
What
already
is
have
mumbo sauce? What is mumbo sauce?
I already have
Yeah.
I already have a cooking channel already, so I mean it's already out there. I didn't put the mumbo sauce on there, but it's already out there.
we want the
I
mumbo
ain't
sauce
know.
on there,
Wait,
Free.
wait
That's
a
what we
minute.
think.
Hold on, wait a minute. For you got a cooking channel?
I ain't know that.
Yeah, I have a cooking channel. It's
I didn't
called
know that either,
Cooking
Doug.
with It's called Cooking with D Free. I have a cooking channel.
When you started this?
Yeah, he make lasagna and all that. It's for like a year, couple
When you
years ago.
start
he
the
made it.
channel, Free, I love when you do that.
Man,
I
he
ain't know
ain't
you
told
got
us
that.
nothing. He ain't told us nothing.
I've been had this channel. This channel is
Cooking.
it's probably about 7 months old now.
And
I
you
ain't
ain't
know it.
tell?
I ain't know about it. You ain't tell your brothers about it so we
Be
can
older than
support.
that. It might be like a year old. It might be
Oh,
like a
wait,
year
That's why I
old. It
bought
might
it.
be older than
That's
that.
why I bought it up. That's why
Yeah,
I
I have
bought
a
it up.
cooking channel.
Okay.
Hold on. What it's called? Cook it. Say it again. What's it called?
Cooking with D Free.
DEE or just D?
No,
His
D
name.
Free.
His name,
My
fool.
name.
No, I don't
Cooking
see it. I'm looking
with
at it.
D Free.
I got it pulled up right now. I don't see it.
Yeah, you'll see me in a chef uniform.
I gotta check that out. I ain't know you had that, John.
I don't see
Man,
it.
that nigga was making lasagna, all that. Free can cook, man. I don't know why he be front. He can cook, man.
Hey, I love cooking too, Free.
Hey, I love cooking too, so
But like I said, he gonna do the live show with the mumbo sauce. He gonna fry the wings live, and he gonna show us how to do the mumbo sauce.
hey, Free,
We waiting on that, Free.
put it in the text. Put it in the.
I'll put it in the chat. Hold on. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on.
Yeah, put it in there so I can get that.
I can't find it. I'm looking for it.
Hold on one second.
And
Hold on one
shout out
second.
to my man B3, and shout out to B3 doing this thing, man, because we all in this thing together, man. So tune in real soon, and don't miss tonight. Varnell Hill, Dub Right Side is back.
Is
Hold on one second.
the
I'm gonna put it
thumbnail
in
on the
right.
way? Is the thumbnail on the way?
I do it for the children. You can take the children and bounce them on their knees. Bounce them on the knee and then sing a melody. The Varnell man. Did you know he's mine?
And on that
Incredible.
note, we gone, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, peace.